All right, I need your full government name and social security number to start this
All right.
podcast.
3.
Welcome back to episode 11 of the Under the Helmet podcast. Today I am joined by our very first guest, a pro rider, Seth Dahmer.
Oh, what's up?
How you doing?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's the riding season been for you so far? How was this first season?
This year's pretty great. Pretty good.
What bike do you ride for the audience who somehow doesn't know you?
I ride a 2024 Suzuki GSX 8R.
Which is a parallel twin?
A parallel 800, but 776.
Interesting. How did you get into riding professionally?
So
Go from the very beginning.
I was probably racing when I was 13. I started on a KX85 racing supermoto. Dad wouldn't let me do dirt track or any motocross because I wouldn't get hurt. And I was actually good friends with, you guys recently met Paul James.
Okay.
And Paul was doing supermoto at the time. So we got a set of actually moped tires for my KX85. And I kept going to the supermoto track days. And then finally signed up for my first race. I was probably 13. Went out for the first lap of practice and blew it up. Welded the crank. And so then boarded out to a 100. And then I think I did, maybe actually before that I did it, Flat Out Friday was my first race. And I stalled at the line.
Was it something that you wanted to do or something that your dad kind of pushed you into a little bit?
No, I really wanted to do it. He did help quite a bit. Like, he'd help me out. And he always pushed me to be better and always ride with a purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, I never go out and just ride because this sport's super dangerous, so easy to get hurt.
Yeah.
So every time I go out, I always try to find something to work on.
When you first started, were you ever, before that, had you ever been on a bike before? Bike or anything
I
like that?
had little dirt bikes. I had a CRF 50 I rode at Hoban Brothers, and then also, TTR 100?
It was never like you can't compete. You could just ride it for fun, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And then you finally convinced him for the supermoto.
Yeah, finally thought I was quick enough, and then we started our first race. Started trying to race stuff.
What came after the Kawasaki?
Then I hopped on a CRF 250.
Supermoto.
Yeah, it was an 06 one. And that I rode for quite a while. Never raced that. And then went to, that was just track days. Same thing, supermoto and ice riding. That's about when we started really getting into ice riding.
Okay, how old were you at the time?
14 or 15.
Okay,
I think
so not very much after the Kawasaki.
Yeah. And then my dad bought a YZ 450. And so I actually jumped up onto his 2015 CRF 250 when I was about probably 15. And that I rode for that year and rode it on the ice. And then I think it was when I was 16 I hopped on a YZ 450 and started riding supermoto. And I did one race at the Road America Motoplex. First race I did amateur, and I won both races. And so then right away, next round we hopped up into the pro class. And so I rode that for probably 16 until 18.
Okay, so till about like last year or so?
Yeah.
And then decided to bump it up to AMA?
So actually last year was my first year road racing. The year before, I got my CCS license, and I rented a SV650. You probably know about an SV650.
I've heard a thing or two about your SV650.
It wasn't even mine.
Yeah.
I think we were leasing it for the weekend from a guy, and he didn't even own it. I met the owner barely. And it was a really nice SV650. It had attack triple trees, full suspension, built motor. And I rode it at Blackhawk, got my license, did my first races later that weekend, and I was winning my first race. I hadn't drug my knee yet on the thing. And so I was in amateur, I was winning my first race, and it had this weird problem where it would just bog, and it would start running on one cylinder. So I DNF'd in my first race, and then next race, I think I got second or something. My buddy Hayden Dietrich, we've kind of been progressing together. We raced a lot in the Road America Motoplex.
Sure.
And then we were both like, we want to get our road racing license and keep going. So take the next step. So he also rented an SV650. His was not nearly as nice as mine. So I was beating him, but I kept on having these bogging issues.
Was it a carbureted bike?
I believe so. I believe it was carbureted. So that weekend, I just struggled all weekend. I think I might have podiumed in a couple races. But it was the week before or week after Road America. So my dad ran the Saddleman Bagger effort that year. So they were at the track at Road America testing. And the guy that was taking care of that SV was like, I think I got it fixed. We'll try it. We'll go to Road America. And I was maybe in the intermediate group, and I was like, this thing just not giving me everything.
Yeah.
3 laps in, coming out of turn 7, and it just blew up in amazing fashion. I pulled into the grass, and flames started coming off the tank, and I jumped off it and sat there and watched it burn.
It's always, they run the best right before they blow up.
Yeah, that thing, it was a tough break for that thing.
You had an R6 after that then?
Yeah, so they're actually just getting that SV back together.
Okay.
They bought another one to make one good one.
Yeah.
And so next year, bought an R6 and was like, I'm going to do as many CCS races as we can, try to get my expert license. We didn't know actually for sure if we were going to bump up as soon as we could, but we ended up doing it, which actually worked out. So last year, I started road racing as an amateur, which would have been, what, 2024?
4, yeah.
And did my first couple rounds. I think we did 4 rounds. It was me and Hayden Dietrich. He bought an R6 as well. And we were going back and forth, every race winning. And then we were at Gingerman Raceway in Michigan. And we were actually battling for the podium with the experts that started 30 seconds before us. Because they start the grid expert, and then they wait 30 seconds, and then amateurs go. So we were battling for the podium. And the race director, Rick Brewer, came over and he was like, all right, now I'll sign off for you. You can go expert.
Yeah.
And so I did the rest of the year with white plates as an expert.
How is AMA something that you can bump up into, or do you have to be invited into the circuit?
So you got to be able to apply, and they have a list of
criteria.
So you actually give them a sheet with all your race results.
Yep.
Which there's supposed to be 6 races as expert. The race director will review it. Moto America will review it and be like, all right, you get a license. So I rode that R6 for the rest of the year. We went to maybe another Blackhawk round. Rode Atlanta I went to do, and on the practice day, wadded it up pretty good. Bent the forks. That was a long ride home.
Yeah.
Because we rode there Wednesday night, or Thursday night we got there, set up, and it was the first session after lunch, and I came out of the last turn, spun it up, just high-sided. There's actually a video some guy got, like a very blurry, far-away video, but you can just see the bike just start tumbling.
Yeah.
And
no backup bike at this time.
No, nothing.
One bike, and it's, damn, didn't make it to the race.
Nope. So that was with Weira. We did a lot of Weira, Azra races, and yeah, a long drive home. And then we did, after that, there might have been one other round somewhere. And then we built a motor for Daytona, built a nice hand grenade, and picked up what would have been Rocco Lander's GSX-8R from Vance and Hines, and went to Daytona.
How was running Daytona? I feel like that's got to be a really fun track.
Yeah, it's super cool. Luckily I had a lot of great help from Michael Barnes. He won the 2016 Daytona 200 and raced a bagger for us. And I was calling him a lot, and he was helping me out.
And by us, you mean?
Hope and Brothers Racing.
Right. Okay. Just to explain a little bit for those who don't know at home.
He's been super good to me. Whenever I need something or I got questions, I always call him because he's been all over every track. And like, I'm struggling here, and he drives truck now, and he told me one time I was on the phone with him. He's like, "Let me close my eyes. I gotta get there." And so he gets there. He's thinking about the gears in his head. He's super sharp. He can tell you what RPM, what gear he's in.
Yep.
And he's like, "You gotta be there." And so first time going to Daytona, he's like, "You got no right to be going up by the wall yet." You're running around the bottom of the banking for the first couple sessions.
I was gonna say, how does that feel to run that?
Yeah.
The outer
It's very
track?
interesting because you got to look up. If you're not looking forward, because if you look forward, you'll just look into the banking. So if you want to look where you're going, you got to look up, and it's really hard on your neck.
Huh. That's got to be intimidating, yeah?
Oh, yes. Very intimidating, very scary. And so he's like, you got no right. And I'm like, okay. So I'm riding the first couple sessions on the R6 because the Gixxer 8 was having a problem. We were trying a clutch, and it wasn't working. And we actually went back to the stock clutch. But finally, by like noon, thanks to Mark Stiles, who does all my suspension, he's super good to me. And Mark's my crew chief this year. We get it all fixed up, and I start turning laps on both bikes. The R6 is quite a bit faster than my Moto America bike because it's an inline 4-cylinder, super fast.
Are those 800s detuned a little bit?
No. We do exhaust cams. We can do
because like the super guy bikes, like they're like throttle restricted, I think, to a certain extent.
For like, so it depends. In super sport, like Gixxer 750 is detuned, but the Ducati V2 is detuned. The R9, they actually let them build motors.
Yeah.
To keep up, so they're all. Moto America is always doing a balancing act to keep everything even.
Yep.
Like we race against the Aprilia R660.
Sure.
And that they have ported head and stuff.
Because I know one of my buddies, he's got a Gixxer 750 that he runs, and he was like, "Yeah, I got my like they give us an ECU, and that's what we have to run." So it's like
I believe throttle bodies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I race against the R7, which they basically let them do whatever they want. Build a hand grenade, and it ended up winning a national championship at Daytona, Thunderbike national champion, which was the same race that my dad's team, Hoban Brothers, won in 25 years before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, and my R6 ended up blowing up.
I heard about that too.
Yeah,
but that was after you sold it.
No. So we built that motor for Daytona. Blew it up at Daytona.
Okay.
And then I rode the Gixxer 8 for the rest of the weekend. And then came back, built the same motor back again for the R6. And then got it all back together. And then I went and rode it at a track day and sold it the next day. And then that managed to blow up on the kid.
Nice.
Tough break.
Why do you think they're blowing up so often? You're just riding them all the way over the limit, or?
Yeah, they don't. R6s do not like rev limiter.
Yeah?
Yeah, they like to kick the rods. Especially, I blew it up because I false neutraled.
Okay.
And it over revved and and I think it blew a hole in a piston or something.
Because, I mean, usually, I had a street R6 for a while. It had 50,000 miles on it. I mean, the bike rode fine. Usually you don't hear about people on street too much.
I know. I was really surprised it blew up on the street.
Yeah.
He got a fat insurance check for it, so.
Oh, did it blow up and he just...
Yeah, the insurance told him he got like a whole bunch of money for it.
Oh,
and
well,
he pulled all the...
Good for him.
Because I had all Olin suspension on it, titanium pipe.
Yeah.
And he took all that off and put stock stuff on and sold it, or got rid of it.
Got rid of it, yeah.
And then sold all the Olins and the pipe and made all of his money back, I think.
So how many rounds did you race in AMA this year?
6.
6? Out of all the same track, or what are the tracks we raced at?
So we did Daytona, Barber.
Okay.
Then we went all the way to the West Coast. We did the Ridge, Laguna Seca, and then came back East Coast at VIR and New Jersey.
Road America was... No Road America?
No Road America.
Really?
That was not on the Twins Cup schedule.
Gotcha. Okay, I was going to... Yeah, they had a pretty tight...
This next year it is, though.
It is?
Yeah, we're doing 7 rounds.
Did you race at the shootout last year, then?
No, I did not. Because we have a bike show at Siepkins.
Oh, that's right.
All the King of the Baggers riders come, and there's a really cool bike show that we do at Siepkins.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. Yeah, they had the gentleman with the Hondas there. I am yet to meet him.
Field Moto, that would have been...
I can't remember his name. I think it's Peter.
I feel bad missing his name. He owns Field Moto, but he's got super cool old race bikes.
Yeah, he owns the building downtown, Elkhart.
Oh, different guy then.
Different guy, maybe. I'm talking about like the vintage Honda, like RC30s that were there.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I knew him if I saw him,
Yeah.
but yeah, that bike show brings in some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I think you guys need to add a little bit more flavor in it.
Too many hogs?
Too many hogs.
Oh, come on.
I don't dislike hogs, but they're just not my thing.
Oh, that's what I've heard. I've
Yeah.
heard we got some haters on the hogs.
No. They're just not my thing. It's just not
Yeah.
something I would buy. I mean, I don't know how you feel about them, but
They're cool. They serve a good purpose.
they serve a purpose,
Yeah.
and they're not for everyone. But I mean, the baggers are really cool.
Yeah, they're definitely not doing what they're meant to be. It's like racing a tractor.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It also just brings in like the whole like that Superbike last year in Road America. We did record attendance, which is like awesome. The
Yeah.
sport's growing, and anything that helps the sport grow
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, that they've done wonders for Moto America bringing in fans because, like it was good that record the attendance was kind of suffered and they brought back the baggers.
Yep.
And now it brings in guys that like it used to be like all sport bike guys and now it's like these guys ride their hog every day.
Yeah.
They show up to the track and they got something to look at, something to
Yeah.
root for.
It's like I have that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're not slow.
No, they're very fast, and they're fun to watch. Like
Yeah.
they honestly are fun to watch, and they're even more fun to watch when they slide and they blow up into
Oh,
a
come
million
on.
pieces. I think you would know a little bit about that. How is it like riding a bagger?
It's definitely something. I need to be nice, but like it it didn't do much like a sport bike. It's very different.
Yeah, it's probably like. How much horsepower do they make?
The race ones, the Moto America ones are probably pushing 190 now.
That's-
with probably 170 torque.
That's got to be.
Yeah.
That's gonna move off the line.
Yeah,
Where did you run the bagger?
Las Vegas. It's like there's a track right next to the speedway,
Okay, yeah.
and it's all flat. It's pretty long, but I was invited by Tony Tucker Speed. They're like, our rider can't do this. And would you come out and do it? And I'm like, absolutely. I'd love to ride one.
Yeah.
And I went out there and it was such a great time because the bike is like, it's such kind of a boat. It just folds around on you. The one I was on, I couldn't lean over very far because I dragged the pipe or the primary.
Okay.
But I did hop on Tony Tucker's the owner of the team. I was on a street stock one. And I think he was on maybe it was pro stock. So he could have a swing arm and a different exhaust and rear sets.
Yeah, get it a little.
Yeah,
higher
get
up.
it higher and foot pegs that were inside. I was on mid controls and he was on full rear sets, and it just made it so like I could actually lean over and drag my knee. Where on mine I couldn't.
Do you think anyone at any point would ever put a bottle of champagne in one of the suitcases so when they won, they would pop open the bag and just.
So when Hoban Brothers Racing race baggers, we thought about putting a hot dog in there.
Yeah.
And then when Michael finished a race, if he was on the podium, crack open the bag and grab a hot dog.
Yeah.
It would just be so like on point.
Yeah. I feel like a bottle of champagne would
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it would be so cool to just see someone pull up, win, bottle of champagne just
Yeah.
everywhere. Or like something. It's like they're actually bags.
Yeah, they're full on bags with a full fairing.
Yeah.
And they're doing it was stupid fast at Daytona. It was like 180 miles an hour.
I think at Road America they were doing just about what the 750 class was doing.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, they're limited obviously, but still,
They're moving.
they're fast bikes.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting to watch those things.
What do you like riding better? Do you like riding your AMA bike or Supermoto?
I definitely like riding I like riding the sport bike a lot more
Yeah.
than a supermoto. Supermoto's like really fun to train on, but I do get a little bored of it sometimes.
Is there a one-to-one correlation of seat time on a Supermoto to the super
Yeah,
bikes?
absolutely. I like on the Supermoto, you can really feel the front end, and it'll make your feeling in the bike so much better.
So you think it's like an actual really good tool for
Oh yeah,
going
absolutely.
but I've heard it doesn't translate the other way.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys struggle.
Yeah.
Like going from
A road race bike to a supermoto.
Yeah. Another thing that I think helps is ice riding. I do a ton of ice riding. And ice riding, it's so good at teaching you that once it gets loose, you got to open up the throttle. Because if you let off, it just gets worse.
Sure.
So, and with the sport bikes, if you let off the gas, it just wants to like snap under you. Where just holding the throttle and keeping the wheel spinning helps it get out of the corner.
Just continuing into the corner instead of just it shooting you off the bike.
Yeah, and it helps you. Like I use a lot of like wheel spin to help turn the bike. I really like doing that.
What's your favorite bike that you've ever rode? On street, off street, anything?
I don't know. It's probably right now. It's my Gixxer 8, my Moto America one. It just works.
Styled.
Yeah.
Just like the perfect tool.
Yeah, it works super good. But I do love ice riding. It's probably my favorite.
Do you have a different bike for ice ride and supermoto, right?
Yeah, my supermoto bike actually is in Florida right now.
Yeah. Are you using that black bike that I saw for ice?
No,
The
it's
blue one.
blue.
The blue one.
YZ450.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a little opportunity to ride together this
weekend.
ice season. We'll see. My bike's not ready yet, but I'll come out.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get the Grom.
Yeah, something nice, you know.
Do you work at Hoban Brothers?
Yeah, I do.
What's your official role?
I wear a couple different roles. I do a lot of part checking, so everything that comes into Dark Horse, I usually end up checking it in, whether it be rods or spacers or motor sprockets.
Do you guys only specialize in Harleys? You don't do anything else there?
Right at the moment, yeah.
Have you ever in the past done anything else?
Buells.
Buells, yeah.
Yeah. Race Buells. They race Buells for a long time.
It's always been the Buell and Harley, though. Have you guys ever thought about doing anything else, or that's just like sticking to the lane?
Yeah, they're starting to branch into different, working with, especially like Dark Horse, trying to do different kinds of crankshafts.
Yeah.
Try to expand.
Like, I know you guys have a couple bikes for sale. What's like the main business or the main product that's offered?
So there's kind of two different businesses under one roof. So there's the Hoban Brothers side, which is we've got used bikes and also a service shop. We do a lot of performance Harley stuff. So we've done turbo bikes. We built I think it was 230 horse bagger with titanium bolts everywhere. It was a cool thing. But then on the other side of the wall is Dark Horse, which is all Harley Davidson crankshafts and cases. Only bottom end work. We don't, by design, we don't do any top end work over there. And so it's all crankshafts over there. We do all the all the Harley Davidson crankshafts in Moto America, we do them all.
Do you? Oh, okay. So all the bagger stuff comes through the shop.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Local here. That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. So Vance Nines won a national championship with them.
That's actually really cool. Do you guys ever do anything with the V-rods?
We do not open it. I haven't seen us build a V-rod.
No?
But we do work on V-rod. I've seen a couple V-rods.
We've never done any like cams and stuff with V-rods.
Yeah, I'm sure Hoban Brothers has done that side, but I don't think...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Hoban Brothers side.
Yeah, they'd work on a V-rod.
Yeah? They'd work on it, or you guys have done them? Like, it's not
I've seen V-rods, and
I don't V-rods and don't know exactly what.
I don't know. They're kind of the ugly duckling of
I like them. I like the V-rod. It's the one Harley that I've always like wanted. I like the Softails from the early 2000s and the Fat Boys, but they're just so expensive where I'm like, I could buy all the other bikes that I like before those bikes, but with the V-Rod it's just like weird. Yeah,
it's definitely weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not cool. It's not like I want it really bad, but it's like a weird, like, it's a weird I want it.
Yeah.
That's always one I've considered. That, you guys done a lot of anything at all with the Pan Americas?
I think we did a clutch in one of them.
Yeah, but not like any supermoto stuff with them, because I know guys strip them down and take them on track.
Yeah, like the Super Hooligans.
Yep.
I've been looking to get, I'd love to hop on a Super Hooligan and race Moto America Super Hooligans.
Yeah, just seeing Guys drag knee on them looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
I've wanted to try one out for a while for a street bike, but then seeing them all stripped down in like attack mode is so cool.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I think
And-
it's the coolest Harley that's come out in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's also a continuation of the V-Rod motor. Mm-hmm. It's the Porsche
Yeah.
design.
Yeah, if anybody's got some money, we can make a deal and work on a super hooligan effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this year, as far as we're working right now, I'm racing under Hoban Brothers Racing, which is super cool to get all the time and money they put in last year. All the glory will go to them, which
Yeah.
I really like, instead of someone else. Like, it was very nice to have Altus. Don't get me wrong. Like, they helped me out so much. They got me so many sponsors and put me in contact with so many people. But to race under Hoban Brothers Racing would be super cool for me.
That's the plan for next year?
Yes. So far.
Riding the same Gixxer?
Yep. Riding same Gixxer 8.
More races next year?
7
probably.
rounds.
Yep.
And then, yeah. And then hopefully we can find a Pan America and do a super hooligan.
Yeah. I'd be excited to watch that. I really want to ride one. That's what my thing with Supermoto was. I can get track time somehow and be a little bit more comfortable on a track. So when I do take a bike on the big track, it's not like I have to start on a smaller bike. Or I can jump into something a little bit bigger and be like, fine. And
Supermoto, you can crash it and it doesn't break.
that's the other thing.
Like, you
Yeah.
crash a road race bike, it's like thousands of bucks.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah,
But-
just even like a low side can add up where it's
Oh, yeah.
you pick the Supermoto up and you just keep riding it. Yeah, that is one thing I enjoy about the Supermoto. They take a hit.
Oh, yeah. Like, when you go to a track day, I don't know if maybe you see Hank and I out there just screwing
Yeah.
off.
Yep.
Like, and if you crash it, like, we both crash at track days, and you just pick it up and keep going.
You gonna bring your bike back here at the end of winter, or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's not staying down there.
why is it down there?
So we can go ride around Florida, because in Florida is like one of the only places you can ride in winter.
Okay, not even
So-
Texas,
I'm sure you could ride Texas.
Texas and California, but yeah, Florida.
But yeah. And then you got also Jennings, the road race track down there, which people are always going there. But I'm super excited to ride. I think the track is Bushnell down there. You see all the videos of Brandon Posh and people coming into the corner there, like wailing over on their knee, and I'm super excited.
Yeah. Have you ever rode on like a a motocross track at all?
I did do like 2 hair scrambles on one of my 250s, and those didn't go very well.
No.
No, I'd stall in the woods and I'd be sitting there kicking it, and it just wouldn't start. Like, this is stupid.
Damn, Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fast guys, I'm in like middle of C class, some fast guys coming up behind me honking at me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying my best here.
Yeah, some guy on like a 300.
Yeah.
It's like, move out of the way.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah. Yeah. This sounds like a lot of fun. Next year's going to be a pretty exciting year around here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's super cool to see all you guys getting
Yeah.
into it.
I've always wanted to do it, but I've never had anyone to do it with. Like, we all bought dirt bikes, so it was, I'll buy a dirt bike too. I've always wanted to buy a dirt bike,
Yeah.
and then we were going to set up those, but ultimately we learned that it's just easier to actually
Yeah.
buy the right machine.
Yeah, you guys all got good bikes.
Yeah.
So
Grady.
Grady
Except Grady.
actually bought my old bike.
Yeah, except Grady. He got, I was editing my Supermoto video. I don't know if you've seen it. I posted like...
I actually did. I went through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I posted like 2 days ago, and you can just hear Grady's bike. Our bikes sound like fine, and Grady's bike just sounds like it wants to blow up. I don't know why, but
It's got a lot of hours on it. It's never been opened up.
you can hear it just like rasping away, like it wants to do something, but then it just after the corner it's fine. But
Yeah. Well, that pipe has got all its hours on it, so it's probably pretty blown out.
Yeah.
That's why it's pretty loud.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, yeah. My bike has 5 hours on it probably.
Yeah, and his has got 105.
Yeah. How long do those? How long have you pushed on those bikes?
Grady's is the longest one. I was told that it'll get 100 hours out of it,
Yeah.
and then its warranty is up.
Yeah, I was always told, or I'm always like told with the Honda guys with the dirt bikes, I'm like, man, I don't really want to buy one because I don't really want to keep up with it. Even now, it's like pissing me off, and I just don't want to touch it. But I'll fix it hopefully, and as long as it's not valves, and even if it is, I say I won't do it, but I'll probably end up doing it. What do you do? Then it'll just be good for a while because I'll do the whole top end.
Yeah.
And then Honda guys are like, yeah, I have 250 hours on my bike. I've never opened it up.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even done the valves, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I think it a lot depends on how you ride them.
Absolutely.
Like,
I assume you rode that bike pretty hard.
Yeah, like I'm not a big rev limiter guy. Some of my friends will just hang on the rev limiter, and I try not to do that unless it's a Moto America bike. If I need the rev limiter, I'll use it. But otherwise, I'm always trying to stay off of it because I think it's pretty hard on it. But I just try to ride them as hard as I can without
abusing them.
Yeah, unneededly abusing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. My bike is set up really good. I mean, it's one of those things where I know it's going to be good for a long time, so I don't have to do too much to it.
Yeah, if you can get as many hours, it'll take you a long time to do that many hours.
Yeah. I'm always partial to things where it's, even when it gets old, I want to rebuild it instead of buying a new one, but it's probably smarter to kick it and buy a new one with lower hours.
Yeah.
But
buying them brand new, though, you don't want these dirt bikes, you buy them off the showroom floor, and the moment you roll it off, it's worthless.
Yep. Yeah, except the Cowies, because they give such deep discounts on those things. No, because like with the 250s and 450s, it's like you can buy one for $6,000 brand new, and it's probably gonna be worth like 45 afterwards. Mm-hmm. But you can put like 20 hours on it.
Yeah, one of my friends from work he bought a brand new Cowie 450, probably like 6,500, and then could not sell it.
Yeah,
and he had like maybe 6 hours, and could not. He had like 4,500, and he just kept getting lowballed.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to touch a Kawasaki dirt bike. I hear bad things.
Oh, I want one of them Suzukis.
Yeah?
Yeah, they don't make enough power to blow up.
Yeah, I mean, they're also really cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost bought a Suzuki before my Honda because I couldn't find a Honda at a decent price. Mm-hmm. Like, all of them were like $5,000. I'm like, I'm not paying $5,000 for your 10-year-old 250R.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you can find... I found like newer ones with low hours and then older ones with high hours. They're all the same price.
They're all the same. Yeah, so it's like you might as well just wait for the right one to roll around. Grady got the absolute perfect deal on his bike. Low hours, super clean. Memphis' bike is clean. He cleaned it up a lot. It was I don't know if you saw it before. It was pretty on the rougher side. My bike was like okay, but now that it's like I'm thinking I'm having a fueling issue because it doesn't seem like a valve issue, but who really knows?
Who knows?
It's just like one small thing can upset them so much. That's what I'm learning. Where like street bikes, you can usually narrow it down really fast. With a dirt bike, there's just one small thing will upset it, and it'll just make it.
Yeah. I don't know. I try not to work on my stuff. Yeah. Somebody else is working on it.
Must be nice.
I do a lot of work. Like a lot of work on my race bikes. Yeah. There's nobody really works on them back at the shop unless I really need something. But a lot of times I'm doing a lot of the maintenance, which I like doing because when you come in and you got a problem with the bike, you can be like, all right, I know what it is.
All right, we're going to do a couple quick fire. I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to give me just one answer. First thing that comes to your head, all right? Mm-hmm. V-twin or parallel twin?
V-twin.
V-twin?
Yeah.
All right. Riding a supermoto bike, dual front calipers or single?
I've only ridden a single.
You only rode a single?
Nope.
I've heard glorious things about dual
I'm
fronts.
sure they're great.
Yeah.
They don't have to take... My bike, I'm running a 16-inch front rotor now, or a front wheel, instead of the 16.5, and I got to take the rotor off and the caliper off to get the wheel off.
Yeah, so then you'd have to do double the work to do
it.
I can imagine if you don't do the work, it's probably the best thing ever.
Yeah, if somebody else would just do it.
Yeah.
But at the supermoto track, I'm usually working on my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What's yours? Are you parallel twin or V-twin?
I'm a V-twin guy.
Nice.
Yeah. I got RC51 as well.
And you can crank the hug. Be perfect.
I have a Buell.
Yeah, there you go.
I do have a Buell.
Does that have the Sportster motor in it?
It does have adapted Sportster motor. They say they did different stuff with the heads, but I don't know if they did.
It's a Sportster anyway you look at it.
Yeah. I want the Rotex one. I'm actually in the market for one, but...
Is that the 1125R?
Yep. Yeah, not the CR, but the R. Mm-hmm. Husqvarna, KTM, or Yamaha when it comes to supermoto.
Oh, definitely KTM.
KTM. I feel like it's the only way. Husqvarna or KTM?
Yeah, well, Hank makes that Cowie work.
He does.
The Cowies seem to work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was one for sale that one guy had, but I'm like, if I'm gonna spend the money, I'm gonna spend the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Inline 4 or V twin?
Inline 4.
Inline 4?
Dude, riding like a 600 or 1,000 is so much fun on the track. I don't do it much of any road riding.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't like it just scares me quite a bit, like a minivan just come like not seeing you or something, and I don't like it very much.
Yeah,
And,
I feel like you have to ride with so much restraint.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I do it all the time, obviously, but yeah, you have to ride with a lot of like, this car is going to pull out, so I'm going to slow down before they pull out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it once in a while. I have my license, but
Yeah.
I just don't really. I have a 1994 ZX6,
Yeah.
but it didn't move last summer at all.
So I make this statement quite often, but as a pro, I want to hear what you think about it. 600s are for the track, leader bikes are for the street. If I had to pick one or the other, I feel like a 600 is such a bad street bike because of how much you got to rev them out. And leader bikes, yeah, they're obviously weapons on track if you can use them, but on the street, they're quite docile if you're not revving them out.
I've honestly never ridden 1,000.
Yeah.
I've almost ridden some at some track days at Road America, but I've never had a chance. But I don't know. It just seems like a lot of bike for the street.
It is, but at the same time, think about this. The 600 has no power before you hit like 6,000, right? With a leader, you have a bigger displacement. You have more torque down low.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like wring them out to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You can be at like 4,500 RPM, still have good power, and just be able to kind of cruise. With the 600, it's like you pin it and it goes nowhere, and then you're like, shit, then you can finally go somewhere.
Yeah. Actually, I've ridden my boss's 1125R on Buell on the street, and that is fun because it's like you can kind of cruise, but you want to go screw around, put it in fourth gear, you can stand up and do a big wheelie.
Yeah, same thing with the RC51 V-twin leader. It's just such like a perfect, because you're 4,000 RPM, if you crack that throttle, it's either, if you want it to come up or if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to come up. Otherwise, it's just going to go straight, tons of torque. But I own an R6. I own a CBR 600 right now. You're at 4,000 RPM. If you just pin it, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. That was a big thing when I raced one last year. Is we always had to get the gearing right.
Yep.
Because if you're in a tight corner and you try to get on the gas, it just doesn't. You got to gear it like a two-stroke.
Yeah. The first time I rode my R6, I had never been on a 600 before that. I was test riding it when I was buying it because I'm like, all right, make sure it's all good to go. And I'm riding this R6, and in my head, I had owned my RC51 at the time, so like kind of 3,000, 4,000 RPM. I get into a spot after it warms up a little bit, roll onto the throttle, no power, and I go, what? I look down, and it's like, oh, I got 10,000 more RPM, and while I'm thinking that, it hits 6,000, and then I just feel this insane rush of power. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah. And if I remember with mine, if I didn't ride with earplugs, I just thought the thing was going to explode.
Oh yeah, I rode that bike home with no earplugs, and it had just this slip-on exhaust. When I got back, my dad was trying to talk to me like, I can't hear you right now.
Yeah. I could not ride with earplugs because it just sounded like it was going to blow up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't.
Have you ever rode a two-stroke bike on track, like a sport bike two-stroke?
No, my crew chief Mark has he's got a, I don't know if it's RZ 250, and like these old race bikes he raced when he was young. Hopefully someday he'll let me ride one.
Does he have some of them still?
Yeah.
You're going to have to introduce me. I'd love to see them.
They're all race bikes. Yeah.
I love them, but I can't. They're expensive when they do come for sale, but also they don't come for sale very often. I think those bikes usually trade hands privately.
Yeah.
So it's like a guy.
I think it's a TZ 250. That's what it is.
That's really cool. Okay, Yamaha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have like the big board, they have the 500, like Square 4 Suzuki two-stroke. There's the V4 Yamaha two-stroke. Those bikes are all just so cool from like the 80s and the 70s. But you don't see them very often. Because
yeah, Mark keeps them pretty hidden away. I think he actually does track days once in a while, but
Mm-hmm.
usually I think he rides his. He's got 2 Moto America R6s that he raced. He won the Daytona 200 with Brandon Posh
That's pretty
in
cool.
2020 or 2021, and he's done it with PJ. I blew that R6 up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one bike I would love to ride on the street or on the track is those Aprilia 2-strokes, like the 250. I
Yeah.
think they're V-twins as well.
Yeah, cool.
Have you ever seen or rode the Aprilia Supermoto,
No, I've
the
not.
V-twin?
No, I wish. That would be so cool.
That's one bike.
Or the Ducati. What's the Ducati big single?
Hypermoto. Oh,
Yeah,
the
Hypermoto.
Hypermoto. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was staying in Washington, the guy I was staying with was doing one of the first sets of Olins on those. He was building them, and I was like, oh, this thing would be so much fun.
Apparently that V-twin is like the greatest supermoto to ever exist because the thing, I mean, I assume you know the story of it when it came out. It just
No.
killed everything. It was a 550 V-twin, and at the time they didn't have cylinder like limits. There was no written thing, so they came up with a V-twin, and they destroyed everything. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you can only ride singles from now on.
Oh,
And then they killed it. But they made a dirt bike and they made a supermoto, and the supermoto is what it's known for. But they made them street legal as well. It's a bike that runs in hours.
yeah.
And then they also want to be road hard, so they kind of don't really act well when you street ride them. So they kind of got a bad rep for them. But when you ride them full pin, just on the track, here it's a
Yeah.
glorious bike. So that and a CR500, I just want parked on like just stands sitting in my garage where I'll ride like one of them, like each of them, like every 5 years or so, just
Yeah.
to feel like, oh my
A
god,
CR500 supermoto would be
yeah,
that would be a good time.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd
blow up.
well, it's got so much power. It's like gotta keep up with the 450s, but you gotta keep it on the pipe.
Memphis has rode one because his boss has one. He says it kind of always has power everywhere.
Really?
Which makes sense. I assume it has a very meaty power band when it
Mm-hmm.
hits, but 500 singles got to have a good amount of torque.
There was a guy that rode one. He raced sidecars. He always judged at our our bike show in Manitowoc. I forget his name, but him and his wife race sidecars, which is really cool because he's the rider and then she's the monkey, I think it is.
Okay.
So she's always crawling around to move the weight
those guys
around.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if like she's not, he talks about it. He's like, if she's not positioned right, they'll crash.
Oh yeah, the bike will just like I guess low side. But
Yeah.
It's,
Or like he'll lose all traction.
Yeah.
And so that's really cool. But he had a CR500, I believe.
Yeah.
And would bring it to the supermoto track. And he also would race it in Arma.
okay.
So
Yeah, I want one dirt setup as they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I would love to ride a supermoto though. I think that'd be just the wildest experience you could have.
yeah.
Just going through the corner and picking up the front end when you don't want it to. That'd be a
Yeah, I heard you were struggling with that with the 450.
just like on the straightaway, because I was trying to figure out. Well, my arm just after a lap just wants to die. So yeah, I had trouble for about 3 laps because I just didn't want to go full pin. The thing, I didn't have an issue with keeping the wheel down. It was more so of going around corner and when to roll on and roll off, just throttle control in general.
Yeah.
So I think it takes a second. So
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, how
Figure
much
out.
you can crack it.
Yeah, and my tires are also just rock solid. So if I
No bowling
gave
balls?
it too much, it would probably. I had a couple instances where my rear end just gets squirrely going around. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it easier rather than wrecking my bike. So
You can't wreck it.
that track was also very tight.
Yeah, it looked very skinny and very tight.
It was very skinny. You couldn't really pass, and you'd usually have, like on Road America, you run your own line and let people pass you. That track, it's like you gotta let a guy pass, otherwise he's not getting around you. They don't race supermoto there. They only race like mini bikes
Yeah.
and karts.
I'd like to go there. It looks fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but I don't think I would ever go there again out of my way since it's so far away, unless it was that situation where it's no other option.
Yeah.
I can't wait to run US Air.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I love that track.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
Apparently they have it open quite a bit, so
Yeah.
I went there for a drift event. Got to watch like just the up and down, so I feel like riding it would be so fun.
Yeah, that track has so much elevation change. Those tracks are so much fun. Even road race tracks with elevation change are just, it makes it, I think it makes you a lot better too, because the bike's always moving around. And,
Yeah. I mean, how's the corkscrew feel? That's got to be pretty intimidating to go around.
It's pretty cool. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Like blind, you're coming over, you can't really see what's coming.
Kind of on TV, it looks like it peaks like way at the top.
Yeah.
But it kind of, you come around that first turn, you just kind of hope that you're in the right spot.
Yeah, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's whenever you're kind of like playing like on the sim or whatever, you're coming over it and you just have to know that it's there.
Yeah.
Like, you're just 1, 2, there's no like visual seeing it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of you just kind of come over that hill and you're like, there's actually in person, there's a big tree straight down. And if you aim at the tree, you'll
find your way around.
Yeah, you should be in a good spot.
I've always thought, can you get air on that if you wanted to?
I don't think so. It'd be pretty tough. I mean, it does wheelie coming. I guess you could. I remember it does wheelie coming over there because you're coming in there. I think I was shifting in the middle of it.
Okay.
Maybe by the end of the weekend, I was just running third for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because if you, like the first turn is definitely a second gear turn, but it drops off so fast that you need to be in third because you'll pick up speed and like you'll have to shift like right in the middle. So I was coming through the first one and then clicking third, and then it would run right up into the gear. The left-hander after that's actually really hard.
That's what I was just about to say. I always hear the corkscrew's not bad, but the one after that is a very warping like perspective. It's so much closer, so people always like overrun it.
Yeah, I was really struggling with that when I was slow there. They actually shipped in a guy from Uruguay for my team because Jarrett was, I don't know, he had just had a kid. His wife just had a kid, so he was at home. So they shipped in Maximilian Gerardo from Uruguay. And I was his R9 data. He was coming through there on the rev limiter. Just like he just run the rev limiter so he didn't have to use the brakes. I was like, that's crazy.
For me, I have this delusional dream of running the Isle of Man. Has that been something you've ever considered?
Not really, just because they're
not at full speed. But I think, like, I'm not saying I want to go full speed, because that is, like, you need to be.
Yeah, you need to be on your, because the corners, I've heard that a lot of them look the same, but they're different.
Yes,
so you'll come into it and you'll be like, oh, this one's fifth gear wide open, and it could be a complete bus stop.
Yep. I want to run, like, a vintage bike, because they have vintage classes there, where you're going significantly slower, and, you know, I think they put modern brakes and stuff on them, and they might not, but you're going a lot slower than like 213 on the main stretch, and you know, doing this crazy thing, but still very intimidating. Or just getting the opportunity to running like a 600 through there, just that'd be so fun.
My rider coach this year, Jeremy McWilliams, he did the Midwest 200, which is pretty similar. It's kind of similar, I guess, to the Isle of Man. So did Corey West, which I like. He's a good guy, and he was raced for Saddleman when my dad was running the team. So those guys, I think they've both done the Midwest 200.
Yeah? Where do they do that?
I don't know, but it's the same kind of...
like open, like just...
Yeah, right up to the curbs, like street curbs, and very tight little roads, and still very fast, rough straightaways.
We'll have to go watch it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, if we can do that. We'll figure that out. We'll see if we can go watch it next year. We're also going to have to see... we might have to talk to your dad. Let's get one of my bikes in the show.
Oh, there you go. We could probably make that happen.
Yeah. Bring one of my British bikes out.
Yeah. As long as you got to ride to the show, though.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Sure. Yeah. Will I make it there?
You'll figure that out when you get there.
I guess so.
Oh. Tough break.
One of the Harley guys can tow me.
Yeah, they'll tow you.
Yeah.
With big turbo Harley. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Turbo Harley pulling a British turd.
Yeah. No, we just rebuilt. We're rebuilding the top end right now, or not rebuilding. The engine has a complete rebuild on it, but it blew the head gasket. So I can ride that, or I can ride a Gold Star, or or we can bring our RC51s maybe.
Yeah, you
do
get
something cool.
RC51 row.
Yeah, two of them, all two of them.
Yeah.
Hey, I know a guy in this area who has a third. We can make it 3.
Yeah. You have the RC51 club.
Yeah. There is a RC51 club that comes every year to Road America.
Is it like they have their own track day?
No, just during Superbike, like occasionally you'll see like 7 RC51s just together, where like we were looking around, and like Memphis brought his. I didn't own mine at the time, and I'm looking around because I really wanted to buy one. So I'm like, oh my god, RC51s, because you never see them, and there's just 7 of them mobbing together. But I mean,
Yeah, I always seem to get kicked out. They always try to kick me out of the track that weekend for screwing around on a pit bike.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was last year, the year before. No, the year before. They told me to leave like 4 times. Like, I suggest you park them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this year I might be riding my supermoto bike.
Oh, yeah, for the shootout?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, but we also thought about renting like a little stall out for some apparel stuff. But
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
bring like a line of bikes out. But I don't know. I want to enter my bikes in the show last year, but it's like $40 to enter in it, and then you gotta still pay for your ticket. And I'm like,
Yeah, the tickets are not cheap.
no, it's more effective to just buy a season pass.
Yeah, that is Road America. Out of all the tracks we go to, nothing draws more fans. Like Daytona's cool. There's tons of. It's super cool. Look at the infield.
Yeah.
And there's just like the line of RVs. But Road America is just packed. There's people everywhere, and there's campers. People lined up against the fence.
They almost spread it out a little too thin, but I mean, it's such a huge place.
Yeah, I mean the only place that's like close to that is Mid Ohio.
Okay.
Especially for the AMA Vintage Days.
Have you been?
Yes, I raced there last year.
Are you gonna go next year?
I hope to.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm racing a bagger there.
If you have space in your truck,
Yeah.
you know who to call. Otherwise, I'd be willing to drive myself out there.
Because at night there, it is a full party.
Yeah.
Like old school, the whole like guest camping.
Huge swap meet and
yeah,
everything.
huge swap meet.
Yeah.
Pit bike races, and then at night the place just gets wild. Me and my friend rode Surons around that place, and at night we came across full rock concerts, like in the camping area.
Yeah.
And some guys just hosting their old rock concerts. Everybody's hammered.
I told all of these guys to go, but the time schedule just didn't work out. We were somewhere else, I think.
But it's such a cool facility. The track is really cool too.
Well, next year I will definitely make it out. So hopefully we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That and Barbara. I've always wanted to go to Barbara.
You got to go to the museum.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I haven't been to the museum. I spent a week there.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance.
At the track. And yeah, I rode there Sunday, Monday, and then we were still having problems with the bikes. We went to Little Talladega, which is a little track. It's probably a mile long, right by Talladega Speedway. And it's the craziest little place, but figured out the bike and then went back there Wednesday night, stayed at the track. Thursday was set up, and never got a chance to go back to the museum.
Oh man.
And I was there a month ago for the end of the year WERA event. Hank and I were doing a 4-hour endurance, and still didn't get a chance.
I've never even been anywhere close to it.
Yeah,
Never had a reason to
that
go
place
there.
is crazy. There's artwork everywhere. Everywhere you drive outside the track, there's crazy artwork.
I mean, just the museum itself is crazy. I see pictures and videos, and everyone like who comes to the store, and it's like they see the bike. You've been to Barber? It's like, no, I haven't been to Barber. Stop asking me if I've been to Barber. And I want to go so bad. I wanted to make it happen this October because they have that Vintage Day, but I think it was like 1 week off, and we were in Vegas, so I'm like, I can't. It's just too close.
What were we? Oh, there's a turn there. There's a museum turn. So you come over there, you jump the curb, and then you go into this right-hander right in front of the museum. And I swear every time I go through, I screw it up, and I'm like, everybody in that museum just saw me screw up this turn.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all making fun of me. But
yeah, I mean, I assume the building is huge.
yeah, I've never seen it from the inside, but I've seen it from the track, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All these people just watch me screw up.
Just sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we'll end it there. Appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Probably have you back at some point or another.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and go follow Seth on Instagram as well.
Yeah, for sure.
With that said, that's all we got.